ہندوستان میں اسلاموفوبیا کو اگر دیانتداری سے دیکھا جائے تو اندازہ ہوتا ہے کہ اس کی جڑ اسلام نہیں بلکہ مسلمانوں کی آبادی سے متعلق پھیلائی گئی سیاسی بے یقینی اور بڑھا چڑھا کر بیان کیے گئے خدشات ہیں۔ یہ دو ٹوک بات سابق چیف الیکشن کمشنر ایس وائی قریشی نے اپنی مشہور کتاب دی پاپولیشن میتھ کے کنڑا ترجمے جن سنکھیا متھیا کی رسم رونمائی کے موقع پر کہی۔ یہ پروگرام سینٹر فار ریسرچ اینڈ کمیونیکیشن کے زیر اہتمام بنگلورو میں منعقد کیا گیا، جس میں سیاسی رہنما، اسکالرز اور سوسائٹی کے باضمیر افراد نے شرکت کی۔ 2021 میں شائع ہونے والی اس کتاب میں یہ دعویٰ مسترد کیا گیا ہے کہ مسلمان بھارت کی آبادی میں اضافے کا سبب بن رہے ہیں۔ مسلمان ہندوؤں سے زیادہ ہو جائیں گے یا کوئی مسلمان وزیر اعظم بننے والا ہے، یہ باتیں نہ صرف جھوٹ پر مبنی ہیں بلکہ خطرناک بھی ہیں، قریشی نے سرکاری اعداد و شمار کے ساتھ واضح کیا۔ 1951 سے 2011 کے درمیان ہندو آبادی 67.6 کروڑ بڑھی جبکہ مسلمان صرف 13.6 کروڑ۔ انہوں نے بتایا کہ آج مسلمان فیملی پلاننگ کو تیزی سے اپنا رہے ہیں۔ قریشی نے تعداد ازدواج پر بھی روشنی ڈالی اور 1975 کی سرکاری رپورٹ کا حوالہ دیا جس میں انکشاف ہوا کہ تمام برادریوں میں سب سے کم تعداد ازدواج مسلمانوں میں ہے۔ انہوں نے بتایا کہ انہوں نے یہ رپورٹ RSS چیف موہن بھاگوت کو بھی پیش کی تھی۔ بھاگوت نے اعداد و شمار پر قہقہا لگایا مگر بات کو سنجیدگی سے لیا اور اس کے بعد کبھی مسلم تعداد ازدواج کا ذکر نہیں کیا۔ سابق ڈپٹی چیئرمین راجیہ سبھا اور سینئر کانگریس رہنما ڈاکٹر رحمان خان نے بتایا کہ 1992-93 میں انہوں نے کرناٹک اسٹیٹ مائنورٹیز کمیشن کی قیادت کرتے ہوئے ایک سروے کروایا تھا جس میں مسلمانوں کے خاندان کا سائز عیسائی اور ہندوؤں کے برابر تھا، لیکن بدقسمتی سے سچ پروپیگنڈا کے شور میں دب جاتا ہے۔ پروگرام میں مہمان خصوصی سابق وزیر اعلیٰ کرناٹک ویرپا موئیلی نے کہا کہ یہ کتاب موجودہ فرقہ وارانہ دور میں ضرور پڑھی جانی چاہیے۔ جو مسلمان تقسیم کے بعد یہاں رکے وہ سچے قوم پرست ہیں، انہیں دوسرے درجے کا شہری سمجھنا جمہوریت کی بنیاد کو کمزور کرنا ہے۔ آخر میں موئیلی نے امریکی مفکر رین ہول نیبر کی دعا پر بات مکمل کی کہ اے خدا مجھے وہ سکون دے کہ جو بدل نہیں سکتا اسے قبول کر سکوں، وہ ہمت دے کہ جو بدل سکتا ہوں اسے بدل سکوں، اور وہ عقل دے کہ ان دونوں میں فرق کر سکوں۔
I wrote this book about 4 or 5 years ago. It was published 2021, where I have tried to dispel the myths about Muslims and family planning. The perception created is that Muslims produce children too many and they are responsible for population explosion. And I have tried to break some of the myths created that Muslims have the least population control measures, but that is because of their high illiteracy, poverty, and the service delivery in Muslim areas is very poor. And these are the factors which influence family planning. And second thing I have pointed out that if Muslims have the least practice of family planning, the Hindus are not far behind. They are the second most in non-practice because they are both poor. And I have tried to argue that the Hindus and Muslims are not on opposite ends of the spectrum. They are on the same end of the spectrum, in the same boat. They are also poor, they are also illiterate, and the gap between Hindus and Muslims is very, very little. It's 30 years ago it was only one child. The gap was between Hindus and Muslims was one child. Now it has come down to 0.3 because Muslims are adopting family planning higher than all communities, which is a good thing, and I have encouraged them through the book to proactively adopt family planning and meet this gap also.
This will clear the myth because we are victims, the Muslims in India is victims of several myths. This is one of the myths that the population, without any basis, they propagate that the Muslim population will overtake the population, so they're creating a fear among the majority community and that is a myth. In any case, it cannot have, never, it is a myth. So myth has created differences in the society, polarization in the society. So it is duty of every one of us to remove this myth.
So you're talking about myth, Prime Minister Modi and many political Prime Minister Modi and many political leaders in their speeches they have targeted particular
No,
communities.
the right-wing people are doing it because for their own political end. They create difference in society. But how do they, when they divide the society, it is the countries will be divided. And what do they get? They are doing a great disservice to the society, to the country.
Now the book is ready. How we are going to give an awareness to the public about it?
No, it is all there. It has been translated to all the languages. So people should know it is books are written only to create the knowledge among the people, and that is
This has exposed the myth, which has really spread among the community, and that myth divides the society, divides India, and there are several such myths which has shrouded the truth in this country. So I think more and more such books should come out.
Sir, Prime Minister Modi and even Yogi also have commented particularly targeting the Muslim community.
But I am not going to comment on anybody's statement. But truth has come out and it is very positive, not negative.
See, this is a book based on data, credibility, and data never lies. And there's a lot of myth going about the population of Muslims in India. And a lot of misconceptions have been created based on this. So these sort of books, which are backed by data and evidences, will help in making sure that the misinformation campaign, which has been made through a few sections of political parties and others, this myth can be busted.
So you're saying myth can be busted, but whereas Prime Minister Modi and other BJP political leaders have particularly targeted Muslim community when election campaign giving their speeches.
See, basically what happens, being a Prime Minister of the country, he should consider that all citizens are equal. And basically targeting of this community, it's condemnable, and as a Prime Minister or as a responsible leader of the country, he should not be doing that, but unfortunately he has done that time and again. And that is where books like this, backed by data and evidence, are very important. It may take time, but when people realize that with hardcore evidence and data, what they have been fed with is utter lies and utter propaganda campaign.
What step do you think to tell about this book to other people? Or what is other books are there?
See, mainly the people and the well-meaning people of the country should read books like this so that they are well informed. Because usually what happens today, we have got in an age of the WhatsApp university. What appears on WhatsApp, people think that's the reality. And a general well-meaning, well-thinking citizen of India would read and believe in data and reality than just believing in myths.